in big spots and settings. This far and away the biggest spot of his mixed martial arts career.
I mean, of his career, right? Because you fight big kickboxing fights, and there's nowhere near the amount of people, the amount of exposure that you get in the UFC.
Significant strike numbers for you. Advantage for Overeem both in terms of lands and efficiency. Total strikes though 49-45 for the Reem. Pretty good knee there from Jairzinho as we cross the midpoint of round 3.
I mean, the pace is just so measured. Somebody has to really make a point to go and get this fight started. Oh! That gets it started for Overeem.
Yeah, he's landed a lot of big flush left hands that Rozenstruik has been able to swallow.
Again, on Alistair's level change, man, he almost opens his arms and tells you he's coming before he takes his attack.
Still working on it.
But now he's got over under. He's going to step around with his right leg to try to trip Rozenstruik to the ground. It's the overhook side. Here it is. There it is. See that? Taking right over that right leg, man, to get that takedown.
Let's see if Alistair can get some ground and pound going here with a little over a minute.
Rozenstruik trying to hip escape, as yet unable to do so.
Alistair right back into that half guard where he's comfortable.
I'm surprised he's not being more aggressive with the ground and pound, especially since Rozenstruik's not exactly an expert at popping back up to his feet. You can catch him in these scrambles and these breaks.
First time the Reem has landed 2 takedowns in an MMA fight since a no contest against Mirko Cro Cop in 2008.
You know, when we spoke to him on Thursday, he talked about having the ability to mix it up. And that's showing to be very valuable right now as he's worked his way out ahead of Jairzinho Rozenstruik.
Overeem bleeding a little bit out of his nose at this point. Under 30 seconds now in the round. Action right in front of us here.
Oh, big shots from Overeem. Oh, nice elbow. Here we go. If he can control the legs, look for him to land a big shot here.
Now Alistair's got to control the feet if he wants to enter.
3 rounds down. All right, we get to the main event rounds here. Round 4. Overeem there in gray, Rozenstruik in green.
Now you see what Alistair's doing. He's throwing that lead left as a bit of a feeler, and he's trying to land that big left hand, that big right hand, the big right hook over the top.
Left hand continues to be a weapon of choice for Overeem. That one landed. Inside leg kick lands for Overeem, and immediately he's able to retreat and just stay defensively sound. Rozenstruik wise to that shot. Now he's got a combination. Nice barrage from Rozenstruik.
Overeem just covers up, and he has
real
such
tight.
an ability to block those on his forearms.
I mean, real tight. High guard. Knows that long as they don't land around the side, he should be straight. It's up to Rozenstruik to try to go up the middle if he wants to land that type of shot on Alistair.
Rosenstrike out of range on the right-hand counter.
Now Rosenstrike is starting to breathe a little bit heavy, and he's slowed down quite a bit. Overeem is now just kind of picking them apart, touching them. It's not many, right? But when he throws them, they're landing.
Under 3 minutes now, round 4. Good left hand there from Rosenstrike. Trevor Whitman, what do you have, man?
I actually think it's a really good strategy by Overeem. You know, he's putting him up against the cage, wearing him down. You know, it's very conservative, but this is a 5-round fight. And he's a big puncher, and he's an accurate puncher. I like how he's putting his hands up. And if you look at Rosenstrike, he's a counter fighter. So he's taking away the counters. He puts his hands up and he waits for him to throw some, or he just kind of gets his feet there and he touches with the left. I really feel that he could get a stoppage finding that right power shot because he's being very smart.
Nicely assessed, Trevor Whitman. 2 minutes here to go, round 4. And Overeem is playing the long game right now in terms of the way he forecasts 2020. Maybe one more win if he can get this one, and potentially a second crack at that UFC heavyweight belt.
Nice jab from Overeem.
Ooh. Not always a great visual for the judges for Overeem when he's backing up and covering up, but
no, that's not good.
Rosenstrike has got to try to find a way around this guard of Overeem, though. He's not landing flush enough to hurt him.
Trevor.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you two fighters over there. What is that like when you throw a barrage, you kick someone in the face, they turn around, they keep touching you?
That's
They keep
frustrating.
touching you. Frustrating. This is the first time he's had to deal with that.
Yeah.
And that is a big deal. Look at, here's these clean strikes. He's more relaxed. Overeem is more relaxed at the moment.
Maybe Rosenstrike should try to take a takedown. Overeem's hands are so high up that he's not defending his legs at all.
He's got to mix something up. Again, those just the little flashes, I don't think it's going to be enough. Never know, though, they're big hitters.
Yeah. Round 4, significant strikes. Rosenstrike 21, Overeem 14.
Yeah, Rosenstrike's fighting much better this round as opposed to last. But most of those strikes were landed in those big flurries that he's throwing at Alistair. And Alistair's giving him such big reaction when Rosenstrike finally feints at him. Maybe he should feint and throw a kick up high one time. Maybe he can catch Alistair with that.
See, I told you guys we weren't going 5-5s, right? Oh, Rosenstrike. Again, Overeem able to cover up and avoid that knee strike. 20 minutes in the can. 5 to go.
All right, so there hasn't been too much action, but there's a nice right hand to a left hook. He's getting around the guard here, but he just doesn't seem to be able to really hurt Overeem. Beautiful straight left there from Alistair Overeem, bloodying the mouth of Rosenstrike. And this is here, flying knee attempt, straight to some digs to the body. Beautiful body work, but again.
Final round, gentlemen, let's go.
5th and final round, Alistair Overeem, Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Winner will certainly be in prominent heavyweight conversations in the first quarter of 2020. It was September of 2016 when Alistair Overeem fought Stipe Miocic for the title at UFC 203. And what was the fight of the night that evening in Ohio? Just not enough explosion on that entry.
Yeah, and Rosenstrike's doing a good job of defending his legs. You know, it's a blind shot. You got to get him defending up top, trying to block his head before you secure a leg. Maybe take one leg instead of a double.
Big left hand there from Overeem, but Rosenstrike just eating these punches.
Again.
Another one.
That one was a big looping overhand left. And Rosenstrike didn't even make a face.
Front row got sprayed with some sweat on that one.
Rosenstrike has thrown more strikes, but his output has kind of fallen off here a little bit. Through the knee there. Overeem able to sniff that out again. 1 minute now to go.
Those big actions that Rosenstrike's taking does nothing but hurt the cardio a little bit. He needs to be using that energy to throw 10, 15, 20 punches as opposed to that one big jumping knee.
Rosenstrike corner just going bananas, looking for late offense here.
I mean, Alistair looks fatigued.
Yep.
He looks exhausted now.
He's tired now.
All those wrestling attempts has really taken it out of him.
But only 15 seconds for Rosenstrike to really make a statement here.
Yeah, I mean, even if he won the last 2 rounds, did he win any of the beginning ones? Feels like Alistair won the first 3 rounds of the fight.
Oh! Jarzinho! Rosenstrike finally gets it done right!
Oh my God. Alistair,
Wow!
right hand finally fly, man. Left jab. Boom, he threw everything into that right hand.